Hey folks, Baltmatrix here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Gamer Edition Deluxe Class Cliffjumper. Now, Cliffy C here is just a repaint of Bumblebee. Same mold, different head. Hell, I mean, the accessories are exactly the same. Now, where Bumblebee is all this weird darkish yellow, black, red, and a little silver for the face, Cliffjumper here is a little bit of orange, red, and black. Even though Cliffjumper is just a repaint of Bumblebee, I do really like that head sculpt. That is a great Cliffjumper head sculpt. It has a lot of Transformers Prime vibes to it. Something that I do greatly appreciate is the fact that there's no paint blotching going on in the little grill section on Cliffjumper as opposed to, Bumblebee. I'm not going to cover the accessories too deeply, but they are exactly the same as Bumblebee. He even comes with the dang sword that Bumblebee comes with, and the guns, and the big blaster, and all that jazz. And yes, his right arm does pull off, and you can attach pretty much anything to it, including Optimus Prime's big gun. I'm sorry, but the Cliffjumper with this giant cannon works so much better for me. I think that's the gun that Cliffjumper should have. Posability for Cliffjumper is okay. Head is on a ball joint, but can only move side to side. There's a ball joint in the shoulder, a swivel just above the elbow, 90-degree bend at the elbow, no fist articulation, and here it makes sense based on the way the fist transforms. It does make sense. There is torso articulation that is tighter than Bumblebee, ball joint in the hips that are way too loose, swivel at the, thigh, bend at the knee is over 90 degrees, which is nice, and then there is the ankle rocker, but I swear the ankle isn't right, because the ankle rocks outwards, not inwards, which sucks. But, I mean, you can always just turn the leg around in there. You've got other feet. That works. And I wasn't kidding about the loose hips. These are much, much too loose. And unfortunately, so are the knees. They're much looser than they should be. I'm going to have to do some magic in order to fix that. I think both of those are totally fixable. I'll try at some point, maybe, if I give a damn enough. I'm not really going to bother with size comparisons except to show you Brawn from the Bumblebee movie and Crosscut from Legends, Legacy Evolution. There, that's a good comparison. He's somewhere in between these two deluxes. Transformation for our little horned friend here is pretty darn complex. To start off with, come to the shoulders and actually flip up the shoulder pads, because they need to be flipped up for the transformation. Come down to the fists and fold the fist in, and then take the wheel and fold them forward until they kind of clip into place. Do that on the other side. Fold it in, and then clip it into place. Before we move on, I do have to give Hasbro a nod. They did some decent paint matching with these little bits right here on the fists. Yes, they are a little darker than the wheel wells, but actually that looks pretty cool when you've got the thing flipped up. It's very close, not 100%, but it is very close, and it works well with the coloring of the inside of the wheel too. Next, take the hips and turn them 180 degrees. Then come to the backpack and just fold the backpack out like that. Come to the front of the figure, get your finger underneath and push it up until it snaps into place and frees itself, and then you can fold out the wheel wells and reach underneath, grab the hood, and push it up past the head. You'll have to turn the entire top section, or the hood section, around, or get it around the head, I should say, and get that put into place, and then push that back down because it wants to pop up. Next, come to the shoulders and fold them in, and this is why we folded the shoulder pads up, and then turn the forearms, point forward, and then fold them up into the wheel well like that. Shoulder in, turn the arm, and up into the wheel well. And then we have Girl Walk Car. I think I made that joke before. Now, coming down to the legs. Take the leg, fold the knee in, flip the lower leg around, and that'll clear you so that you can fold the foot around like so, and flip the section above the toes up, flip the toes up, and then bring that all up underneath the vehicle and snap everything into place once you get everything lined up. And believe me, that is a pain in the arse. To make things easier, just flip the roof and the back up, take the leg, and then peg it into the front wheel wells, and then adjust the pieces as need be. Like on this side, the shoulder's all messed up for some reason. Okay, got it fixed. It popped off the ball joint. Snap that in, get those lined up, flip that up, and then drop the backpack on, and oh, for the love of Christ, it came off again. Okay, we're finally done this stupid transformation. And yep, here we have the clone brothers. Yep, I mean, you might as well have Seekers at this point, because they're the same. But, that being said, Cliffjumper's not awful. It's just, it's weird. The one shoulder, specifically the figure's right shoulder, will not get in there correctly. I don't know why. I mean, I've transformed it correctly, but I think there's actually something wrong with the shoulder. And then there's Bumblebee, who I just cannot get lined up, so forgive me. They look fine together. I really wish Cliffjumper was his own mold, or at least do something with this mold, or when he's being a Bumblebee clone, that gives him some more personality. Yes, the original figures had the G1 figures, I should say, had the same transformation, but their alt modes were different. Their bodies were different. I would love to see that. I really would. Hasbro seems to be loving the idea of same engineering, or shared engineering. Why can't they do that with Bumblebee and Cliffjumper? I don't know. If you didn't like Bumblebee, you're not going to like Cliffjumper. I think Cliffjumper looks better in the red than Bumblebee does, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you all next time. Oh yeah, before I leave, I bought this at the Hasbro Pulse.